Shadowing versus listening and repeating. Which one is better for language learning? Which one is better to improve your fluency and your pronunciation? I get this question a lot, and the answer that I'm going to give you is very simple. It's a matter of preference. Both are good. I recommend doing both. They've got their strengths and weaknesses. Um, Shadowing is harder and it can be stressful for some people, especially in the beginning. Um, but it's also faster when you are doing it. Once you get decent enough at speaking, it gets it's more time efficient, and it also forces you to understand what you are. Basically, it forces you to pay attention more and forces you to stay locked in, which is for people with ADHD like me, that is a problem. So shadowing can be also really helpful. But in the beginning, I think I prefer listening and repeating, and that's what I recommend if you're a beginner and you just started speaking, simply because it gives you uh, a pause after each sentence and you've got some time uh, to repeat the sentence, you know? So basically, the way I do both is this: for listening and repeating, set longer pauses, no, set pauses, because for shadowing, you don't need pauses. And depending on your level and how much you want to focus on one sentence, set different reps. But if you want to specifically work on your pronunciation, I recommend doing 5 reps per sentence. And this is very repetitive and honestly boring, but it's effective. All right. If you just want to get some speaking done fast, like in a shorter period of, in a shorter time block, then you can just set it to 1 or 2 reps. Although in the beginning, I do recommend you do more reps per sentence. Right. So then the next step is simply to start listening and repeating. Also, by the way, the uh, adjusting the playback speed is a good idea as well, right? If you're a beginner, you can slow it down, but then you'll have to adjust post duration as well because, well, the slower the audio is, then slower your repetition will be, and that will require more time, right? So anyway, it's very simple. This is how it works.
Ich habe gestern gearbeitet.
Ich habe gestern gearbeitet,
Ich,
and this is way too slow for me.
ich habe gestern gearbeitet.
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 Ich habe gestern nicht 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 gearbeitet.
Ich habe lange gearbeitet.
Ich habe lange gearbeitet.
Ich habe lange gearbeitet.
Ich habe lange gearbeitet.
Ich habe lange.
Well, I guess that's enough. You get the idea. This is great for, well, just to get your speaking going in the beginning when you start learning a language. And even when you're at an intermediate or even advanced level, doing this regularly will help with pronunciation if you do it with multiple reps per sentence. And this is important, you pay attention to the pronunciation, right? When you do 5 reps, it should be focused and you should be paying attention to specific sounds, how the base sentence pronounces specific combinations of letters, and you try to, with each rep of the same sentence, you try to sound more and more like the voice you are emulating. This is listening and repeating. Simple. For shadowing, you do the same thing, but without pauses. And for this, I do recommend doing 2 reps per sentence in most cases. Okay, let me explain. I like doing this in public sometimes. I go for walks and I just speak to my phone, like as if I was on a phone call, and it doesn't look all that weird these days. But if you repeat the same sentence 5 times, then you start looking weird, because if you're like, ich habe gestern gearbeitet, ich habe gestern gearbeitet, ich habe gestern gearbeitet, on the street, people will look at you like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, call the police. Uh, but if you set it to 2 reps, what you can do is this.
Ich habe gestern gearbeitet. Ich
Ich
habe
habe
gestern
gestern
gearbeitet.
gearbeitet.
Ich habe gestern nicht gearbeitet. Ich
Ich
habe
habe
gestern
gestern
nicht
nicht
gearbeitet.
gearbeitet. So you just listen to the first rep, because if you are walking or something, you are not looking at the text, right? So you first hear the sentence, and the second rep, you repeat alongside it. This is more time efficient than doing it with long pauses between sentences, right? You can go through more sentences. You do more reps, basically. And yeah, it's time efficient doing it this way. So when doing it outside, 2 reps. If you do it at home, and I like doing this on my exercise bike, for example, or while doing other things, I just listen to it and repeat stuff aloud. You can do it with 5 reps, and you'll sound crazy, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, you could speak to yourself and do 5 reps in the street as well. It just, sounds kind of weird.
Ich habe gestern nicht gearbeitet. Ich habe
Ich habe
gestern
gestern
nicht
nicht
gearbeitet.
gearbeitet.
Ich habe
Ich habe
gestern
gestern
nicht
nicht
gearbeitet.
gearbeitet.
Ich habe gestern nicht gearbeitet. Ich habe gestern nicht gearbeitet. Ich habe lange gearbeitet. Ich habe lange gearbeitet. Ich habe lange gearbeitet. Ich habe lange gearbeitet.
This sounds, it's pretty tough, right? It's almost like a workout, and it is a workout for your mouth to get used to the sounds of the language, to produce longer and longer sentences in the language with right pronunciation. I think we would all benefit from doing more of this in general. Now, it's not fun, although for some people it's fun, but some people like reading aloud for hours as well. I've met these people. It's weird. But yeah, I do recommend doing either of these exercises, listening and repeating, or shadowing daily, or both, right? Do whichever you prefer. I like doing both. Depends on the day. Depends on how I feel like. Depends on what I feel like doing. But I do both all the time, because, again, if you want to speak a language well, you need to do a lot of speaking practice, and this is the best way to build muscle memory, right? Speaking to native speakers, yeah, do it as often as possible. It's great, but it's going to be much easier, sorry, if you do this all the time at home. Yeah, you'll just be using sentences that you've been repeating aloud all the time. It's like, you know, playing football weekends with your mates, or playing football weekends with your mates after training every day for it. You know, there's a big difference. There's a difference in the skill level, and also how much you enjoy it and how much of it you can do it, because the better you do at those conversations, because you've been practicing, the more you'll enjoy it, and also the more you'll be able to do it. So the more you're practicing while in the conversations. So it's a virtuous cycle, and you will get fluent way faster if you train and then use it in real life.